Well, it could be a lot worse. I could be in Starkville, Mississippi right now instead of Fayetteville, Arkansas, with a 7.5-hour drive ahead of me after this 40-17 beatdown by Mississippi State against Arkansas. What's up, everybody? This is Trey Biddy, HawgSports. And, just a disappointing showing by Arkansas overall, and a lot of things that they did that you knew that they were going to do that they shouldn't have done. First of all, I thought without KJ Jefferson, I picked 38-17. And it was 40-17, but there were so many opportunities Arkansas had that they just didn't capitalize. First mistake they made was starting the wrong quarterback. You knew that they were going to start Cade Fortin. You knew that they were going to spend the whole first half figuring out what everybody already knew that they should have done, and that's starting Malik Hornsby. You knew that if they left a competition all week, that Cade Fortin was going to outdo Malik Hornsby on the field in terms of knowing everything he's supposed to do and throwing to the right receiver and all that stuff. But what you forgot was you had a guy that's dynamic. Matt Jones was out practice every day of his life. Every day of his life, but you knew he was dynamic and he could be a difference maker for him. And that's what Malik eventually showed them. He showed them that that's what he is. So that was a thing to me that was real disappointing, that they didn't start the right quarterback. Now, we can talk about some of the other mistakes. Obviously, missed opportunities on offense. You're down in the goal line twice with, like a couple of plays to punch it in. Why are you throwing the ball? Why are you rolling out with Fortin? Why are you rolling out with Malik? Just run the ball. You got two opportunities to run the ball. I know they got stuffed on one of those, and it's maybe stuffed on another one in the next time, but like, you get two chances. You're going to get in there one of those times. That was just real disappointing. Coming away twice with 0 points in the low red zone there at the goal line, really. So, flipping it over to defense, I'm not sure that there's a real answer for this defense. They're so depleted in the secondary, and I'm not like making any excuses for them. I'm just saying, like, if you're going to run a drop 8, then you got to catch the balls that are thrown to you. Otherwise, you're just giving up a ton of yardage like they always have, but at least they catch the balls that are thrown to them. They had 2 opportunities in the red zone to intercept passes. Game-changing opportunities, momentum-swinging opportunities, and they didn't catch them. You got to catch them. They had 2 other that they could have caught. They would have been a little more difficult, but the 2 in the end zone should have caught those. Good defenses make those plays. Now, they're beat up. They lost a couple other guys, Kari Johnson, Jaden Johnson. Both of those guys had to come out of this game. They're already without Ladarius Bishop and Miles Slusher and Jalen Catalon. They've got some issues in the secondary, granted. It makes you feel almost like they just should have done what they've been doing all season, and that's just coming after the quarterback, because Will Rogers, I don't think he was touched. I don't know that they got a hand on Will Rogers. They definitely didn't sack him. And this is a team that's second in the country in sacks. Maybe you just need to stick with what you're doing best. Getting after the quarterback, trying to force some issues there, force some errant throws, because the drop 8 wasn't working this time. And if you don't catch the balls that they throw to you, then it's just not going to work. You got to keep everything in front of you, tackle well, and catch the balls that are thrown to you. And Arkansas didn't do any of those things. I think another disappointing thing was how easily they ran the ball. I mean, as Sam Pittman said, yeah, we'll take 3 yards, but they were getting 7. And it was time and time and time again. Very, very disappointing on defense up front. Just getting pushed back. You can't move the line of scrimmage. You're not tackling well. And, with Bumper Pool, that kind of confirmed some suspicions I had that he can't be healthy, because he's not playing at the same level that we've seen him in the past. He's out there gutting it out. Congrats to him for breaking the tackle record. But it's been real disappointing at linebacker with tackling, and in the secondary with tackling. Overall, it's just been a big disappointment, and I'm not sure that there's a fix. I think maybe, you get KJ Jefferson back, and you can, run your offense and keep them off the field and score some points, and maybe that gives you a shot. But I'm just not so sure that there's an answer for Barry Odom in this defense. But man, I did not like the scheme that the decision to play the defense that they played. I think they should have just done what they've been doing, play to their strengths, and that's getting after the quarterback, and obviously didn't lay a single hand on him. Good game by Rocket Sanders, ran hard, just not a lot there. This offensive line, we were talking about them being one of the top 3 offensive lines in the SEC, and they're just not getting a big enough push. Now, obviously, there's some things that are limiting Arkansas. They weren't scared of Malik Hornsby throwing the ball at all. Now, eventually, when he did throw the ball, they were kind of, maybe a little, their eyes were open a little bit, but it's not like those were great passes. They were big plays, though. They were real big plays. I like Rashad DeBinion a lot. Probably should keep using them, because I guess Dominic Johnson's just not 100%, or they don't like something they're seeing, or he's not moving like he used to or something. But I thought that he was Arkansas's best running back last year, and he's had 3 carries, I think, in the last 2 games, since he's been healthy. But just use 2 running backs. Just if you're going to do that, then go with DeBinion and go with Rocket Sanders. Just use those 2 guys, and you know, don't overuse Rocket. Obviously, sometimes I guess you don't have any choice. But you know, penalties. I mean, early in the game, you know, you start off the damn game by kicking the ball off out of bounds. That sets the tone. Then, you know, you do some things at the end of the first half. You feel like you've got maybe a little bit of momentum opportunity. You can go down there and score, make it a game real quick. And what do? You muff the opening kickoff of the second half, and you take over possession at the 1 yard line. The whole damn possession is just wasted. They finally made a change at punter. Reed Bauer needs to be the punter. I mean, another thing that we've seen forever. That's the things that are disappointing, because like when the fans are constantly going like, this needs to happen, why is it this happening? Where's so-and-so? Why is this guy punting? You know, and it just takes forever for him to change it. Another thing I'm disappointed with on defense, where's the fire? Where's the energy? Where's slapping your boy on the helmet after he makes a big play? Where's the leadership on this defense? And I know you've obviously lost some guys, not just with injury, but, you know, a guy like Grant Morgan, obviously, who tied this whole thing together on defense. But where's the fire that you had to take on the road? Didn't see that at all. I mean, Barry Odom's moved from the press box or the coach's box down to the sideline. Why do you do that? So you can, like, look your guys in the eye, see what they're feeling, see what they're seeing out there, talk to them. Fire them up. Where's the energy on defense? I don't know. I'm not sure that there was a real answer for this team without having KJ Jefferson out there and the defense being as depleted as it was, but I do feel like there were some opportunities that, you know, that's kind of been the theme all week, is make these guys pay for their mistakes. You've got to do, that's what football, like we talk about the matchups with run game versus run defense, all that stuff. I said the same thing on the last walk and talk. It's about the mistakes. It's about swinging momentum. It's about making them pay when they screw up. And Arkansas never did it. You got to catch the balls that are thrown to you. Now, I understand people are emotional and there's highs and lows and everybody's frustrated. We do have a couple of jackasses, though. I mean, like, people coming at me like it's my fault or it's my responsibility. I have no idea what you're even talking about. And people are frustrated and they're pissed off. But, like, once again, like the fire Sam Pittman train, what are you talking about right now? One guy told me that the 2019 team would have beat this team. No, it wouldn't have. No, it wouldn't have. They've got a lot of work to do. It's been real disappointing. But you still have to improve this team by recruiting, building this program back up. It has been disappointing because you look out at them and, I mean, they look like $1 million individually. They look like a great team compared to past Arkansas teams, but they're just not jiving. And that started way back Missouri State game. Maybe you saw something before that. Maybe it was a little more clouded because they won the games. But, you know, the Missouri State game was the first indicator. Like, maybe this thing isn't as clean as you thought it was going to be. And, you know, the next week with the bad play against Texas A&M where you fumbled right there, it feels like almost like that could be the identifying moment of this whole team, giving up a fumble, a 13-point swing and a 97-yard touchdown the other way, and it just feels like maybe it's affected you the whole rest of the way. And we'll see what happens when they get KJ Jefferson back. They got to go to BYU next week. I'm just not so sure that there's any answers for this defense right now. I do think that they need to go back and just getting after the quarterback and, you know, giving up what they give up. And hopefully he makes some errant throws and you can capitalize on them and catch the ones that are thrown to you. Disappointing time right now. I don't mean that about most Arkansas fans, obviously. Mostly everybody's great, but just a few jackasses out there. And I get the emotion of it. I'm just as pissed off as anybody. God, I'm glad I'm not in Starkville. All right, everybody, I'm gonna wrap it up. 40-17, Mississippi State over Arkansas. Disappointing showing. Where's the energy? Figure it out. All right, everybody. This is Trey Biddy with HawgSports.com. I'll catch you next time.